Hit the lights. What's up, fellow Tech members? Tom Wolf here. Welcome to my top 10 female video game characters of all time. I say top 10 though, because we rated 20 through 11 in the last video, and it's just a continuation. So, my number 10 spot for my female of all time is gonna be Maria from Silent Hill 2. This is a very interesting pick for me because I kinda hate this lady too, but I picked her for 10, so it's like, why the heck did you pick her then, Tom? Like, if you don't even like her. I gotta appreciate how manipulative and just sneaky she is. She's like, basically what I'm saying is she's like the perfect antagonist female character. I love her for that. She's so sneaky, she's so seductive towards James, and I don't know, there's something about like the way she talks, the way she acts, how crazy she gets sometimes, how she tries to act all innocent sometimes. Like she's like a mind manipulator, and I like that about her. Like I gotta appreciate that in a video game. But in real life, worst people of all time. But in this game, her music that plays, I don't know, it just fits the bill so right. And I gotta appreciate that about her. And that's Maria from Silent Hill 2. And damn, there's some very good underrated tracks in this game for sure. And she's a very good evil villain. So I gotta appreciate that about her. And I would recommend the game, but it's kind of boring to play too at the same time. But yeah, it's a very interesting game, I'll say that much. Anyways, on to number 9.
Alright, before we go to... Oh, hello, Pikachu. Let me see those glasses. Thank you very much. I need these glasses. Anyways, Tomo's number 9 pick for this spot is gonna be my Shinra. My Shinra is a crazy motherfucking ninja chick who has the butt and the boobs and the speed and the stealth reflex to just dominate her opponents and slam them down before the milk bar closes at 5 p.m. What I'm trying to say is, my Shinra is an ass-kicking ninja, and you better not mess with her. And I got the Pikachu sunglasses. This is my Shinra, and man, she looks great with shades on. Let me tell you, just like me. I look great with shades too. We're both stunning cookies, and that's about it. My girl from my Shinra made number 9 on Tom Wolf's list. And also, support B-Wolf the Wolf. He wants to kill me, and I always think he's kidding. But maybe he's not. Anyways, I'm gonna face him in Overcooked 3 in the future. Anyways, let's get to number 8.
Number 8 on my list is gonna be from Final Fantasy VII, the original, because the remake, I like the original more personally. A lot of people don't. I like the original more, surprisingly. And the character I picked from it is Tifa Lockhart. Tifa Lockhart is like a brawler type character, so she actually literally just beats up her opponents but Cloud and other guy Barrett, they use swords and guns and all that stuff. That's cool. But Tifa uses her bare knuckles, to kick their enemies' asses. And she has some martial arts and judo in her too, for sure. And she was also in a game called Guys, God, something the Ring. I forget what it's called, but I actually owned it at one point in my life. And this game was really cool. And you could play as Cloud, Sephiroth, and Tifa in it. And no one's really heard of this game. It's kind of like a Power Stone game, if anyone's ever heard that game from the Sega Dreamcast. Yeah, Power Stone 2. It's similar to that, but I actually liked it more, I would say. It looks more interesting. And I had fun with it back then, and the more I think about it, I'm surprised they didn't put Tifa in later fighting games, like they did with Sarah Bryan from Dead or Alive 5 and stuff. I think Tifa would be a perfect character because she kicks ass. She should be in Tekken or something. I don't know, I'm just surprised because she's a brawler type character. Or even put her in a beat 'em up. Like she has like a really cool like costume design too, I would say. Not the over sexualized one, but just like her original costume design. I love it. It's perfect. And I never played Final Fantasy VII, but I wonder if Tifa and Cloud get together. I don't know. And I hope they do. That's all. Anyways, on to number 7. Tifa Lockhart is an awesome character for my number 8 spot. On to number 7. Okay. Number 7 on my list comes from probably my favorite RPG of all time. And that game is Undertale. By the way, anyone who hasn't played Undertale or never experienced it or seen gameplay footage or any of that stuff or knows how it ends, highly recommend don't watching this part and play it yourself. This game changed my life. Fox McCloud liked it a lot. It's just a game that I think everyone should experience in their life at least once. It's a very short game too. A little off topic, but the character I picked from this game is Toriel. Toriel is like a goat-like monster, but she's like a nice monster. And she takes you in as like a mother in a way. And she bakes you like pies and she loves you to death and she tries to protect you from monsters because you fall in a cave and this evil monster tries to kill you. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but basically Toriel is just like a caring monster, and people could see her as just like, oh, she's a monster, like she's dangerous or whatever. But this game shows you that the monsters are actually a lot better than the humans in a way, because there's some dark endings in this game too. It's very good. Yeah, Toriel, it's just, it reminds me of my own mom in a way, like the way she acts and stuff, and it's really sweet and cute, and this game has so much emotions in it, it's ridiculous. It's like happy, sad, scary, like depressing, all this stuff's in this game. It's crazy what you can do with it. But anyways, that's my number 7 spot. Toriel's a good mom-like figure, and I respect her for that. Like, it's interesting. You have to play it yourself to find out why I picked it for this part of my list. It's hard to explain though. Anyways, on to number 6. Number 6 on my list is going to be from Resident Evil 2, not the remake, the classic one for PS1, and that character is Claire Redfield. Claire Redfield, all she wants to do is find her brother. That's it. She's not like a military specialist, she's not a cop, like she's just an average, ordinary human. Just a girl looking for her brother. That's all she is. So I kind of like that about her already. No over-complicated plot, no crazy military training, no chip in her brain, no that. It's just like, hey, I'm a girl, and I'm looking for my brother. I'm gonna shoot this zombie in the head if you get in my way. I'm gonna find my brother Chris. That's all she is. And I like that. She just looks cool with me. She looks like a college student to me too, like in the first game. She looks cool. And yeah, her jacket's awesome. And I like the relationship between her and Leon. Like, they're not gonna like go out or anything, but they're like really good friends right from the start because they save each other all the time. And yeah, Claire's a cool character. That's all I can say. She's number 6 for my list, and I just prefer her this way more than the remake one. Man, I'm getting tired of doing all this in one day. Anyways, on to the top 5. Time for a bare knuckle showdown. Number 5 on my list is going to be Blaze Fielding from the Streets of Rage series. Blaze Fielding is always like my go-to character for this series. I don't know why. It's either her or Axel, but it seems like I go more towards Blaze for some reason. She kicks ass. I love playing as this character. The music's great in this series. The art styles are always great for this series. I love the first 2 games, and then 3 is just an okay game because they rushed it. And yeah, I mean, Blaze Fielding. I mean, look at her. She has such a cool style to her, especially in 4 with like the jacket, and then she's got like the thick legs, the cool like hair. Like, I don't know. all the specials she could do later on, and man, she should be talked about more, Blaze Fielding, for sure. She would be another great character to be in a fighting game, which I'm surprised she's not. Just like Tifa Lockhart. Honestly, Tifa and Blaze are like up in the air who I like more, honestly. As like brawler characters, they're like, honestly, I might give it to Tifa. But you know what? This whole top 20 female game characters of all time, it don't fucking matter. They're all awesome in their own way. That's why I kind of hate making lists, but at the same time, I like talking about my characters too, which is why I do it. It's more organized that way. But overall, I love all these characters, so there you go. Blaze Fielding kicks ass. My go-to character for Streets of Rage is for sure, and I'm glad I beat Mania mode on Streets of Rage 4. That was hard. And there you go. But don't play the hardest one on 2. You're gonna cry. Anyways, on to number 4. That character is also from Undertale, and the character I picked from it is the main character. Her name is Frisk, and she looks like a friend of mine. Of course, Talia. But this character I like a lot because, by the way, if you haven't seen Undertale or heard of it, all that stuff, like I said, close your ears, skip the video to my 3 and all that stuff, because this game's really good. I like Frisk because you get to just choose her own destiny and stuff. You can make her the most evil piece of shit of all time, you know? And yeah, and you can make her the best person in the world, or you could have like some good motives and bad motives and all that stuff. But I believe the main character Frisk is like the true good one, the pacifist, true pacifist. And that's like the true Frisk. And if that's what she truly is, that's the one I love the most. But there's some people who could go the evil route in life as well, sadly. Just, you know, just people in general. That's why I really like this game. It's like the decisions you make that can make you good, bad, or just kind of average. But you could get better or you could be worse. It's your decision at the end of the day. That's why I really like this character first. Such a great experience, this game for sure. Anyways, on to number 3. Number 3 on my list is going to be a character that actually sits on this couch. Could anyone pick who it is? Of course, it's gonna be Old Amy from the Sonic series. The reason I say Old Amy is this cute little sensitive Minnie Mouse sort of hedgehog-like character turned kind of more like bitchy and demanding and like crazy basically. But this character right here, Amy, she's like the sweetest, sensitive character, and she just loves Sonic, and Sonic doesn't like her back. But it's like cute. She has like a little crush on him and stuff. It's like she wasn't like forcing upon him either back then. It was just kind of like, oh, I like you, and I hope you like me back, sort of thing. But nowadays she's like, yo, Sonic, let's go to the mall and all that stuff, you know. But I like this character a lot. The classic Amy, like look at her. She has like the dress, the green shirt, the bandana. Evie likes her. Evie, are you gonna take her? Oh no! I like Sonic more than you. Evie, right? Fatality. But yeah, I like that character. I like Amy's old design a lot. And yeah, she deserves a 3 spot on my list. I always liked her. I always think of Mickey and Minnie, and I'm obsessed with old cartoons like that. 1928 Mickey and Minnie cartoons and Popeye and all that stuff, so I figure number 3 on my list. It's just my opinion. That's just always how I saw Amy back then. She was an awesome character back then, but not anymore. I like her a little bit in Sonic Boom, but it's not saying much, because that was by far the coolest Amy. Or she was in Sonic Fighters, Sonic CD, and Sonic R. One of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Anyways, oh, and here's the Tails doll. Anyways, let's get to my top 2. Number 2 on my list comes from one of my favorite video game series of all time, and the series is Resident Evil, again. But which character did I pick this time? The character I picked is Jill Valentine. Besides my number 1, this is always my number 2. My first 2 will be my favorite of all time. All the other ladies and stuff, they could be any order, but my top 2, they can't be changed. So, you're gonna ask yourself, so why does Jill deserve it over anyone else on your list? Jill Valentine? She's just a perfect character. She really is. She's just like who she is. Her style is perfect. Like, she's not over-sexualized, she's smart, she's... I don't know, like, everything about her is perfect in Resident Evil 1. Everything else, no. But in Resident Evil 1, Jill Valentine's just like the perfect main protagonist of like all video game stuff, but people always pick like Peach or like Zelda and all that stuff, and Jill Valentine kills them all. I don't know, there's something about her that's just perfect. Like, I would love to meet a girl like Jill Valentine, like her personality. It's just, she's like so realistic just the way she is, like the way she talks, her dialogue, all that stuff. She's like so relatable. I like her a lot. She's cool. Such a cool character. I would say she's, honestly, yeah, it's like Leon or Jill Valentine from the first game. That's a tough one. Nah, Leon's still cooler, but Jill's definitely the second coolest. I pick her over Claire for sure. There's something about Jill in that game, but that's it. It's kind of hard to explain, but she's like the most realistic female character for me that you could like actually relate with more in life, and that's why she's my number 2. It's something hard to explain about her. But anyways, here's some honorable mentions, then we'll get to my number 1. Here we go. My number 1 pick is one of the best friend characters I've ever had in a video game. She was born on a ranch, and man, does she have such an excellent song that goes with her. That is Epona from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I mean, this song, this character, this sidekick is perfect. Do you like hear this song playing right now? It's like, it makes you like think of horses. Like you're on like a farm. It's like, oh, so good. I have to pick the Epona number 1. She's just like a perfect like companion friend. Like she helps you get like to your destinations faster. She eats carrots. That song, I love it. Like there's something I can't explain. I'm just kidding. Fox McCloud, it's okay. It's okay. I was just trolling. It's not my number 1. He probably saw it coming. I know he knows I'm full of shit. Because he knows what my number 1 is. My number 1 is going to be Kairi from Kingdom Hearts 1. I mean, this is the most obvious pick of all time. I just wanted to troll because it was fun. But Epona's in my honorable mention. But Kairi from number 1. Now I'm going to get like all sensitive and all that stuff. And show off some of my artwork and stuff. Like, I always in life wanted to like find like a girl that could really relate to me and stuff, and we could share a life together and all that stuff. And Kingdom Hearts was the second game I've ever owned for the PS2, and I immediately fell in love with it. love the soundtrack, I love the characters. And I really like the relationship between Sora and Kairi. They just seem like they always, it seemed like they were always so connected, even though they never admitted they love each other, but they always had like that chemistry between them. And that one scene with them on the pier and stuff, I don't know, there's like something about it that, I don't know, it kind of hurts me the more I see that scene, but it's beautiful. It's like one of the best romantic scenes I've seen in like a video game history for sure. And it's just hard to believe everything that goes on in my life and stuff, and you just kind of have to keep going, and hopefully you find someone you're connected with like that, I guess. And I wish everyone the best of luck to find that. And yeah, it's a powerful scene for sure. I love it. And I know I'm like mushy gushy now, like Tom, what do you mean? And I don't know, there's something about Kairi too, and she could also fend for herself too. I actually like that about her in Kingdom Hearts 3, surprisingly. She gets a Keyblade too, and she protects Sora sometimes too. Like, they're just so made for each other that I love it. And they always just try to save each other. Like, a lot of times Sora would have died without her too, and Kairi would have died without Sora at times too. It's like a back and forth sort of thing, and no matter what happens and like whatever outcome happens, even if the world seems like it's gonna like be destroyed or consumed by darkness or there's no hope, like somehow they just stick together through it. And that's the true meaning of love, and I love that in video games. I know I'm mushy gushy now, but that's what I love about those two. They're perfect for each other, and I love that. And since life in general, it's kind of shit at times. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. It's like, hopefully we could find someone in our life like that, where we could get through life through like hard times and just try to love life as much as we could before we pass away from this world. And it's just hard sometimes. Anyways, stay classy, always eat your pizza. That's definitely my number one. And I'm just gonna play that scene, that romantic scene that I always think of for some reason. I love it. Anyways, take it.
You know, Riku has changed.
What do you mean?
Well...
You okay?
Sora! Let's take the raft and go! Just the two of us!
Huh?
Just kidding!
What's gotten into you? You're the one that's changed, Kairi.
Maybe. You know, I was a little afraid at first, but now I'm ready. No matter where I go or what I see, I know I can always come back here. Right?
Yeah, of course.
That's good. Sora, don't ever change.
Huh?
I just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.